What's up, everybody? I'm DJ Sixsmith. You're watching The Sit Down. If you love 60 Minutes, you're going to love 60 and 6. My pleasure to be joined by Laurie, Segall, Enrique, Acevedo, Seth Doane, Wesley Lowery. How's everybody doing?
We're good.
Yeah.
Glad you're all here. Really excited about this new venture, and obviously to have new colleagues in the CBS world is really cool too. Seth, why don't we start with you? People obviously have watched your work for years. You've been a great foreign correspondent. COVID was something that was personal to you, personal to everything going on in Italy. What was it like dealing with COVID, and what has it been like covering it for 60 and 6?
Yeah, we really had the full experience of covering it from here in Italy, experiencing it, going through it as a group of colleagues, some of us more closely than we would like. Being based here in Italy, in a way, you kind of were looking, it was a little piece of the future here. We were seeing things a couple of weeks or a couple of months ahead, talking to doctors here in Italy who were saying, listen, my advice for Americans is don't waste the time advantage that you have. Go make adjustments in your hospitals, start taking social distancing seriously. All of these things we were hearing here, wearing masks, we were hearing here weeks before was really hitting the US. So, and personally, yeah, to go through it and to have COVID-19 was not the thing that I was dreaming of going through or talking about publicly, but my hope was by sharing what I was going through that it could make it seem a little less foreign, a little less scary. I was lucky I had a relatively mild time of it, but I hoped that sharing the story might help.
It's certainly a really fascinating time to report on COVID. And Wesley, for you, I mean, you've been all over the country talking about racial injustice, whether it's in Georgia or Minnesota. And to do that in a digital platform, what have been some of the interesting challenges for you in kind of finessing both those things right now?
Certainly. Well, I mean, for me to start off with, so much of my work previously had just been in a written space. And so there was an adjustment already to doing some of this work on camera and what comes with that. And then obviously working with the teams at 60 Minutes, these are, the professionals, the best news documentary, news magazine journalists in the country. And so we had to kind of mesh and meld our styles a little bit. I'm used to kind of showing up with my notebook and being in and out really quick. And so an hour and a half, 2 hour setup for lighting is something that was a little different for me, right? But then you see the product at the end and it's totally been worth it. And so there's been kind of an adjustment phase in figuring out what type of stories work in this medium, how to best get the best out of kind of the collaborative environment we have. And then, like I said, and then like you noted, trying to tell these stories in a digital space, right? Knowing that we can't necessarily take a broadcast audience for granted, that we've got to go out and earn those viewers each time. And so figuring out who are the characters, where's the place, how do we take people there, what's the social promotion look like? It's been a really fun experiment so far.
I think the characters
can I jump in, DJ, just to say that even after working for CBS for 12 or 13 years or whatever, it's still an adjustment to work with 60 Minutes. It's another level of everything, another level of scrutiny, storytelling, excellence, and technical prowess. I mean, it's unbelievable to walk in with a 60 Minutes crew and see how they transform a space, what they expect. It's another world.
Best in the business, no doubt about it. Enrique, let's jump to you here because you're used to traveling all over the globe. And one of the things I noticed when you were doing your promotional videos that you've interviewed President Obama and a bunch of celebrities, but you like just going right to the people and focusing on the characters that don't necessarily always get the shine. So what was it like for you to jump into this experience and give some more everyday people the focus with your reporting?
I think transparency and accountability have become crucial to what we do as journalists. And, trying to be transparent and accountable to the audience, I've evolved too throughout the years, hopefully. And part of that evolution has to do with the fact that I would at first aspire to have the big interview with the big personalities and hope that would mark my career. And then I started realizing through time and experience that the biggest privilege, the real service we provide as journalists is not so much the access to this public personas, the public figures, but to provide and give a voice to people who are usually not represented in our national conversation. Wesley was talking about this in his piece about racial justice and about the excessive use of force by police